82. It's 81 now at O'Hare, 84 at Midway, 76 degrees at the lakefront.
Well, no big pimping. No, I don't even go to the inside. I'm not a car cam member to the l.g.b.t community, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. I just like colorful things, and knickknacks of a rather peculiar nature. Then this is supposed to represent good boy, I think. I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. Just don't be coming off like some sort of such a type of an internet troll that could remind me of, prank caller, stalker, neighbor from down hell, or character at a local vicinity area neighborhood community soup kitchen or food pantry for that matter. How you all doing, peeps and folks? Everybody, my social media family, being of any subscribers as well as any visitors to that being of my own immediate personal social media channel in our chat room or conversation. I gotta make sure I'm not exposing so much, some such others. You know how that is. YouTube or YouTube will get on you about that. They recommend you again. They put you in YouTube jail, from suspending, from limiting some of your features or suspended to suspending your social media account altogether, if you know what I mean, as in ending it. Yeah, how are you all doing, my social media family, of any subscribers as well as any visitors to that being of my own immediate personal social media channel, as well as chat room conversation, or social media chat room and conversation, as well as social media channel. Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right, or if not best of all to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed. More blessed and stressed, too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, family, friends, holding me in line likewise as well. All the same thing. Please do excuse, pardon, forgive me if I could possibly be butchering the English language as we have it of our own American dialect. Once again, for possibly the umpteen consecutive time, and do excuse any disruptions or interruptions in due regard in reference to certain neighbors being of whom will be commonly called or commonly known as, the neighbors from down hell, not making reference to any, electronic medium, communications otherwise coming from some such other device. And check this out, speaking from something of a last mention, but of another material or subject matter. I may have to start using this if the weather temps persist, for this hot summer season of extraordinarily abnormal, phenomenal weather temps for this particular season of the year as we have it, because it's been hot as hell. As they say, hot as down hell. Be compared onto a cold winter season that could become be colder down here. I'm pouring, some this kind of container, or a cup, and then it's three-dimensional. To use in this canteen in due time, if need be, especially as persons with any breathing disorders should think the important use of they'll use it more than your average person. And moving right along. or on other things, as our kissing cousins, being of the grits across the great waters, or what is it, Pacific or Atlantic, let's say, or whatever I said, for the mother country that supposedly had given birth to that of our own supposed so-called democratic political democracy, being of which continues to permit, being of which continues to, see, I'm butchering the English name of the American dialect, being of which continues to permit racist, redneck, dirty cops with their non-white flunkies to abuse, misuse and abuse their police privileges or powers of authority, especially when they go to the extreme with the excessive force on their part and be popping, well, mainly mostly black brothers in the back with their 6-shooters, more than even Hispanic ones. Again, this is not the content of this particular present social media broadcast or video, you know. And although black brothers corner the market when it comes to getting into trouble one way or another, regardless of whether or not they themselves or we ourselves could have possibly have had something to do with a mishap or a conflict of interest that could possibly affect us, or in which we ourselves could possibly become subjected to experiencing. And then, believe it or not, I, for one, I try to stay clear of trouble as much as possible, all while knowing that trouble is easy to get into but hard to get out of. And I'm not trying to make a revolving door out of the can, as in JAIL, neither nor the crazy house. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again. Anytime too soon enough again. I'm not even so much as wanting to make a revolving door, you know, out of hospitals and clinics otherwise, you know, or soup kitchens and food pantries for that matter. One of my brothers from my own immediate personal family household was saying that he has since himself cut out attending soup kitchens and food pantries, whereas he just that much more tried to stretch his food stamp dollar so that he won't have to be going there anytime too soon, but maybe once in a blue moon. And speaking on that last, so today's social media broadcast and video, although I do speak upon other subject matters, a different one, but this one is regarding making reference to how I most recently that my person that paid a visit to a local vicinity area neighborhood community soup kitchen, being one of those being which moonlights as a food pantry compared to other ones that don't. And after I had become subject to experiencing the ignorance, insanity, and or impoliteness of this one black male who will compliment the thought of how brothers of the black persuasion corner the market and making a revolving door out of the can as in JAIL and the crazy house, you know, the different ones. But anyway, though, it wasn't so much of a conflict of interest this time as it was last. As I had explained to you all how over the weekend I had encountered this one black male individual person, more or less a young guy, fellow dude, well, he's kind of old as well, but took up on this wing an even younger guy, fellow dude of another black male. And whereas he should know better as an older one than to be mouthing off to his elders, disrespected some of such, you know, whereas he had cussed me out for no reason at all, after I myself, being that my person, was trying to find another seat after somebody stole my original one at this one table, whereas I'm having to look for another seat at another table from there, and he himself is like saying more words or less. Sit your ass down. I'm like, what? See, that's one of the reasons why, thank you, new subscriber, for subscribing to my channel. Someone by the username of the Truth 527, Trade Truth 527. Thank you for that. You know, and now I just need some like a couple few thousand more subscribers before I can finally get paid for producing any social media broadcasts or videos. A couple few thousand more. You really need something like 4,000 subscribers, according to YouTube or aka YouTube, before you can get paid for any broadcast you do. That's what they had stipulated, the administrators of this one particular social media app. But getting back to the original topic of discussion, and so this brother, he just got to mouthing off to me like so, and that's one of the reasons why my own flesh and blood brother, like saying, that is one of the reasons why I don't attend soup kitchens and food pantries as much as I had done or did in the past. Been because of food brothers like that make the rest of us look bad, you know. Whereas he had informed me about one of his own personal conflict of interest of an incident that he had become subject to experiencing in the past, whereas he was like saying more words or less, so I paraphrase and not quote exactly how. At one time or another, he was standing at a city bus stop for a bus route, waiting on a bus for mass transit or public transportation with all of these many different bus and train routes. And there was this other brother of a different race, an Asian guy or fella that was waiting for the bus with him. And then was a black brother drove by in his rad as an automobile, motor vehicle, car, got the mouthing off at the Asian guy for no reason at all. And whereas my brother, my own flesh and blood brother, had, whereas he didn't have to do it, he apologized to the Asian guy for this other black brother's rudeness. He was like saying, don't take it to heart. He said, not all of us brothers is like that, being blacks, you know. Just that those certain ones, they are yet to do some such serious growing up. I'm saying in more words or less. Somebody had retracted the message to being this new subscriber. Well, it's all good. Fine. Just as long as you don't come on my page or on my channel and in my chat room or comment section coming off like an internet troll, you know. I guess he had maybe thought that maybe he could have said something that could have proven to be offensive to me. And believe me when I say, you know, I try to give another person the benefit of the doubt and try to be lenient with you, but after a while, if you persist in coming off as trying to become a B or attempting to do just that, which is to become a be annoying, then I would have to seriously think about silencing your chat and then take further steps from there to ban or bar you from my social media channel. And as well, likewise, I'll say my social media chat room, comment section, and very few persons being up on my ban or bar or whatever I've said do I permit re-access to my social media channel, because the majority or most are banned or barred permanently. Oh, thank you for that. He said, I love your videos. Okay, I appreciate that. But anyway, getting back to some of such other. So for where I had last left off. So my brother, this is one of my own brothers, my immediate personal family household, my own flesh and blood, what I saying. Yeah, I had to apologize to the Asian fellow for that other black brother's rudeness. You know, because I don't want him thinking that I'm of the likes of his kind, you know. I'm not saying, yeah, I feel you on that one. So, hold that thought. I'm gonna change the channel to some such other, to a different station for another electronic medium device of communication. But then you all can still hear me, right? I would think so. Yeah. Craig Dellamore, 1059 WBDM. All right. Anyway, though, so getting back to my own personal conflict of interest, whereas I'm attending this one soup kitchen that moonlights as a food pantry for the likes of this kind, and whereas this young blood being of the very one that I had mentioned earlier, that this older black brother of the same race as we are, the same sex, that took up under his wing, whereas he was sitting at another table today, and all of a sudden he wants to plop his butt right in front of me, during the beginning of the lunchtime meal, So I lost my appetite. It went south from there. So I just gave, my food to somebody else and hightailed it out of there. As I was thinking about the other black male brother that took him up on his wing, had got the mouthing off to me like he was a young fool black male. You'd be surprised how certain older males or whatever races for that matter should know better than to mouth off like young fool males or their male rival counterparts. So I left, I'm like, I don't know why this young male all of a sudden want to plop his butt right in front of me, whereas he was seated elsewhere, like he on some stick and move, snatch and run tip, Seymour's hungry out here in the streets. Pickpocketers and purse snatchers and everything else, Not to mention rapists and the pedophiles. And this is one of those soup kitchen atmospheres. Being of a soup kitchen that moonlights as a food pantry, where it has a host of different characters up in there, different personalities to be compared on to neighbors from downhill, to be compared on to internet trolls, crank caller stalkers, neighbors from downhill, etc. And where they be making with the fast hands, be attempting to catch you while you're sleeping, hoping that you would nod out in there so they could pick your pockets, And I think they got me of some items a few times, so I'm that much more alert now, So I just left and went elsewhere. I'm not saying the nerve of him, So that's what happened to me today, Not so much as being of a greater or worse conflict of interest as last time. But since that time that I had become subject to experiencing that one black male having cussed me out for no reason at all, I had since limited paying a number of visits to this one particular soup kitchen that moonlights as a food pantry, as it is one of my much more regularly or frequently attended ones, behind that. Like certain self-help recovery program meetings, would be considered as as some or such you're much more regularly or frequently attended ones compared to other ones that are less regularly frequented, So I left, I'm saying, I don't know what this young blood plopping his butt right in front of me for. I ain't trying to acquire any new friends anytime too soon, at least not for an atmosphere as that of people or persons who are down and out, being of the poor, needy, and or homeless. Because I don't know what you could be possibly doing when I'm not in your presence, or when you're not in my presence otherwise, I ever said, when you hanging out with your crew, you could possibly be like, mugging and robbing other people or persons, or you could possibly be breaking into apartments or homes or houses, stealing or raping, molesting, etc. So I got up and left because he was giving off some rather nasty, bad vibes, And I said, man, I was situated pretty much so, and trying to chill out before he plopped down in front of me. Like this one of them kind of soup kitchens that not only moonlights as a food pantry, but it has social services and you can watch television while you're waiting on the meals to be served, So I got up and left. I said, forget this here. What is you like some kind of closet what you call Peter Eater, closet Peter Pan, looking for another male bed bunk buddy of the same sex? You looking for some dick or something? Dick or prick? Oh, excuse me, let me phrase that. You looking for some penis? Some shalom, ding dong, ding a ling a ling. Well, I'm not interested because I ain't going out like that. No offense meant to the much more familiar fairies, or Peter Pans, or queers, or homos, or faggots, No, I'm not affiliated, associated with, representing that being the infamous Westville Baptist Church with its bogus, blasphemous email or website of www.godhatesfags.com. God does not, the God of my own understanding, I don't know about anybody else's God, but the God of my own understanding, for persons who know who he is himself for us, doesn't or don't hate faggots. He just hates their blasphemous alternative lifestyle preference, Otherwise, he could not possibly be God from there. He would be the devil. Because God is about love, the devil is about hate. If God hated anybody, then he could not go to that cross of Calvary and give his life upon some of such to permit himself to be crucified at the hands of Roman soldiers up under orders of their superiors, militaristic, political, religious, and or etc. Otherwise, to be crucified at Roman soldiers' hands who were up under orders of their superiors, from centurions to Caesars to religious Pharisees and Sadducees, Anyway, getting back to some of such others. So this young blood plopped in front of me. And I said, man, what's up? I didn't bring it back to him like that, but I'm thinking, what you looking for, some Peter? And you can sit over there, going back over there. I like to tell him, just when the lunch meal is about to begin, but then they serve breakfast too. Just when the lunch meal is about to begin, you want to plop your butt in front of me, What's up with that, man? I ain't looking for any new friends, at least not of this kind of atmosphere, man. You can go on back over there. Go on. I tell them, go on, take a hike. I like to tell them, but I said, nah. Because a lot of these young bloods, well, that's not the half of it. And then you got a lot of older guys and fellas that should know better. They be wearing their emotions on their sleeves, They're like walking time bombs. Like the Walking Dead zombies looking to get something started with another male. And I'm like thinking, I ain't the one to blame or at fault. I'm not the reason for your predicament, your dilemma, problem. I'm having a hard way to go myself, I'm barely keeping myself from becoming a homeless by trying to make sure I pay annual monthly rent. In addition to having found me this other spot, it's not one of the what you call the much more preferred neighborhoods, but at least it keeps me from becoming or being homeless, Yeah, whereas before then, and speaking upon these matters now coming out, I was living as a tenant in one of these here, what you call multiracial, less poverty-stricken or less crime-ridden vicinity neighborhood communities up until the time that the neighbor from down hell flipped the script on me and have had me from there to consider again or reconsider moving into some of such of another sort of type of vicinity neighborhood community, being a predominantly ethnic minority and more crime-ridden one, just to keep from becoming homeless. Hold that thought. And that's what I did. After the white landlords were playing games, I was as much as you would think of some non-white landlords. Yeah, whereas I ain't got no time to held,
single company,
held hostage over a phone line, That's what a lot of these white landlords were doing. They were holding the hostage over a phone line. And in addition to add insult to injury, they were sending me on a wild goose chase, trying to find a place of residence, address, location, where and in all this here phenomenally, chaotic climate, changes, fluctuating weather temps, being of which were becoming or being quite phenomenal, record breaking, I'm like saying I'm not having it because I'm on a deadline, So from there I got in touch with, one of these here black landlords, and then from there I took care of the necessary business in hand. I filled out and signed the paperwork document, then waited for the time frame period to secure the place of residence of another apartment, and this is where I'm at now. I ain't out here shucking and jiving. This is where I'm at now. Peeps and folks. But check it out, y'all. All about, y'all. Can't let you see my address location when I'm chilling that, because I ain't trying to go there. I got more stalkers than a little bit, you know. Hope I didn't show anything to y'all by mistake with my place of residence address location on it, you know. For any social media app that I'm an account holder of. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting y'all view of my place of residence. See? Yeah. Check it out, y'all. All about, y'all. Get me thinking about Moesha Brandy. You know, for a TV show she's on. You know what I'm saying? All around the world, sing songs. Now, you seen my place of residence of an apartment of a pad. You hear what I'm saying? And like the Hodge twins we say from there. Now get the fuck out. I said fruck. Not. You're welcome. Thank you for that. You see my pad, you all. And so from there I said, get the fuck out. Just get the fucking damn hell out. Just a little jokey joke. Yeah, so I got this spot to keep from becoming homeless. You know how that is, you know. That homeless lifestyle ain't no joke. Hold that thought out.
Deferring, taking that Social Security as long as you can, locking in that much higher payment for the rest of your life, potentially a spouse's life as well, and not.
Like I said, I ain't trying to show my place of residence location. But then where I'm at, the neighbors from down hell here, they're more creepier compared to the neighbors from down hell elsewhere who are more crazier, you know. Yeah. But it's all good just as long as I stay focused on God, the God of my own understanding. You know, can't no weapon formed against us shall prosper for any believers. I'm talking about true or real believers, not counting the false brethren, false prophets, and antichrist, the closet devil worshippers who make up the majority of most churchgoers or whatsoever, whatever religious denomination the proves supposed. And in speaking on that last, you all, I'm gonna close out now. And I hope you all had gotten something out of what was said here and now for this present social media broadcast. Nothing happened much for today. I just thought to share that little something with you all. Whatever else in the future I can share with y'all, that all depends on how I feel or what I feel like speaking upon or whatever subject matter of the different ones, you know. Be it something that's rather controversial and be it had become a major news headline story or not, you know, or be it in regard to my own personal affairs, be it for business or pleasure, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, I'm just going to close out by saying, you know, as I would usually, you know, give you all the basic intro as an introduction and footnotes to accompany that of the content of a social media broadcast video. Then last but not least, I will give the closing by paraphrasing, not quote exactly, by saying in more words or less. If you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your veins by recognizing and realizing what he himself had done and did upon the cross of Calvary on the hill of Golgotha. Something that their hands and soldiers up under orders of their superiors. Militaristic, political, religious, and otherwise, from centurions to Caesars to religious Pharisees and Sadducees, etc. But then nevertheless, West, he went to that cross of Calvary to become the perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me, so that then was being a whatever race and whatever walks of life, factions of society, being the old, young, alike of both two sexual genders, the males and females, represent not only the human species, but then nevertheless the global community within this post-911 era of a new millennium apocalyptic day and age, and where the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes of midnight compared to how former period prior to it was a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times. Look who that is. You know who that is, right? Coretta Scott King. And we're getting back to some of such other code. So that many of us being whatsoever races and whatever walks of life, fashion of society, lifestyle preferences, old, young, like both two sexual genders, male and female, were to profess some of such faith in them, from there we become to be blessed, and one God, nothing more with one. First and foremost, with his salvation, meaning which is only mean by which any of us can or could possibly hope to get into the kingdom of heaven, become or be a citizen thereof. Second of all, with his deliverance. But first, you have got to get his salvation. Otherwise, you have got nothing coming so far as blessings is concerned. And if you make that transition for the great beyond, the hereafter, afterlife, and you don't have that blood sacrifice of his fire insurance against the lake of fire, damn hell, then that's where your final destination will be, to burn forever with the rest of the lost, damn human souls, the unsaved, unbelievers, and non-believers, to be tortured and terrorized by the devil and the demons forever, for all eternity, compared to how we as believers in God will be across that great divide that separates heaven from hell, and it comes to like-minded believers in the presence of God and his angels otherwise. You all take care and be safe, be blessed, not stressed, peace and love, joy and happiness, and I will holler at you later if and when. You all just have to be patient, but then my prayers go out for you all, your person. Hopefully your prayers go out for me likewise. Peace.